Some would call it swag, some would call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team. We're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the UAB Blazers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Blazers will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Penn State's offense will get the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off in defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Punts it out of the air. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pulls it, fired, complete. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers in deep.
Oh, he's got some space. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
Finds his tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Blazers will line it up on 1st and 10. the play fake. Now to throw. Under fire. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Second down, he'll throw it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff to the lone back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, second and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. Third and short, I still got fourth down as well, so don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action, because defense a lot of times really expects run, and it can take some big shots in man coverage down the field.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Touchdown, Penn State! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, they go with the bootleg, and it works that time. You saw the defensive end came crashing down the line of scrimmage. He was sold on the fact that the running back was going to have the ball. So nice job with the ball fake by the Q. Then he's able to use that speed to get outside. Nice positive play.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Solid run on the last play, sets this offense up on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And the Blazers have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's looked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Going to swing it on second down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that, well, good coverage.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. this. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wide receiver going in motion. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too.
Ball is loose. Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thorne. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And the Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. The give out of the gun. Got enough for the 1st. Great move. Now he's got room. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Blazers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over Oregon. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab for a big play. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Flushed out of the pocket. Short gain on the play before he slides.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of
throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Big part of the offensive game plan is yards after the catch, but none available there.
I like the idea on offense of trying to spit the ball outside quickly and see if your guy can make something happen in space, but give the defense credit. They rallied to the ball, got him on the ground.
Wants to adjust the pattern. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Blazers will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Calls his own number. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 20. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the offense is out on the field with a first and goal. Looking to throw. Rush is on him. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on first down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
Complete out of the backfield. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Cradles it at the 35. He gets a block. What a play on that return, but will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field.
Receiving team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move the tight end. They'll start this drive going to the air. Back open in the middle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blazers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. To the air on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Touchdown, UAB. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. The lone back's got it. Fights off a defender. Just dismissing tackles. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. A Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. And if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Blazers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Sends it back in motion. Goes to the option. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Ford. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Got room to work. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And this offense has done such a good job protecting their dude at quarterback, but the defense finally gets home. Listen, that's their 3rd sack in 2 weeks. They got to do a better job applying pressure on the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one, making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
They're dealing with a second and long. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job this fun time.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Get it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps and get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. So now on comes the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attack. Good right down the boulevard. And it's a deadlock here in the third quarter after the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Blazers headed quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Blazers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finds the tight end, and they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And the Blazers line up to punt it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to throw on first down. Finds some fresh air. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire...
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Got some room to run. Touchdown, UAB. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick six. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Ncaa State looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks, and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 17 to FIU. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Blazers. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They put up another score here in the fourth, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference. And that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off, pads the lead for his team. We still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. From the gun, the ground game. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, and they've got it first and goal.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Penn State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll... And the quarterback run up to the end, sacked at the 12. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Blazers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. Turning it on! Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching plan.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. Fierce pressure. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, going to the air. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You can punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And the Blazers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll pull it on the read. A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. The Blazers come to the line with a new set of downs. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.